Yeah, g'day, Bush Camping Tools here. Well, today I want to talk about something a little bit different on the channel, and that's this thing here. This is a iconic, now iconic Casio G-Shock GWG1000 series model of watches, and there were two models in this series. Darker black one like this, and one with a few different colors. The bands were olive green drab bands and some yellow markers, etc. Well, they've now been pretty much superseded by what Casio are calling their carbon core models, and they've brought out a whole new range. They've been around for about a year now too, the carbon cores of triple sensor watches. What's different in them? Okay, so the carbon core model differs in that the ends here at the 12 and 6 o'clock are made out of injection molded PEEK, which is containing carbon fibers in there, and of course because it's carbon reinforced resin, it can be made thinner, and the overall profile of the watch will be thinner than this one here. But I think now that the US Casio is offering around about, on their official website, 40% off these models. There's a huge reduction, and so they can be found on eBay too for the equivalent price. I believe now that these ones will become definitely iconic, or rather not iconic but collector's items, because as I said, official Casio website is offering them at 40% off. You can find them on eBay around about the same price. So I think they're offering for $480 on the official Casio website, US dollars, and the same watch in Australia where I bought it for about the same price off the bay. From a genuine reseller, of course. I wouldn't advocate buying these things without the original documentation, although there's plenty of them for sale secondhand. And the reason is because if you don't get the manual, you don't know about all the quirks about this watch, and that's what I'm going to talk about now. So what are some of the quirks about this watch? I'm not going to go so much into talking about the operation of it, because there's many things on the internet, and I'll probably do some later on about the operation of this watch, and there's many things it can do. But the quirks is in the solar charging. I've just released a video on this. Charge it from the bottom of level M all the way through to the bottom of level H. It will take 23 hours of full sunlight. So what does that mean in practical terms? What that means is that you've got to have up to 23 hours of full sunlight on it. Not like the sunlight even now that we're seeing on the watch now, which is late afternoon winter sun. We're talking about full 50,000 lux plus, up to 100,000 lux on this thing. They say basically for 50,000 lux to get it to go all the way to totally full charge. And that's not with using, if you keep using the light on it, it's the biggest sucker of power for these things. And they don't play big on that. They talk about water resistance. We've seen these watches, they're really water resistant. The G-Shock is on the crown. You can't see any red there at the crown, because that means the crown is done up. Otherwise you can't submerge your arm. It's not going to be very waterproof. It's certainly not going to be waterproof to 200 meters. It goes without saying, we know that they're extremely resistant to vibration. This particular model, the Mud Master, they're supposed to be extremely resistant to the ingression of mud, dirt and grime. That's because all of these buttons on here, anything that can move, with the exception of the crown, because this is a screw-in crown, over here, they've got multiple O-ring seals in these things to protect the guts of the watch. The other thing about the GWG1000 range of watches is that they come with a sapphire crystal, so that's a synthetic sapphire crystal, and obviously most of you will know sapphire's got a hardness of 9 on Mohs scale, which is just below diamond, so it's extremely scratch resistant. Yeah, g'day, Bush Campers here. Well, I thought I'd do the summary of this here. This is the GWG1000 series of watches. There were 2 models. This is the darker black one kind of thing. The other one's got instead of a black band, it's got an olive green drab band, as I said earlier on in the video. Anyway, this is pretty much an iconic watch. This Mudmaster, I've had it out all day. We've been out on an excursion here looking for precious minerals and agates and other things in this riverbed. It's a really cool riverbed for that. Well, we found some agates today. This is the first bit here. It's not a bad bit of agate. There it is there. It needs to be cut. And just found this one here. Look at that. That's a nice piece of agate, that. Point is, yeah, had this watch on. Not worried about getting wet whatsoever. Not worried about vibration, banging rocks away and all sorts of things. So yeah, what to say about it, you know. Could become a bit of a few scratches on there, that's to be expected. Could become a collector's item soon because this the carbon core one's been out now for about a year. Yeah, what to say. Top dollar watch. So I hope you're enjoying my watch reviews on bush camping tools, and if you are, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much.